In a series of short videos, Social Bee will be helping businesses like you fine-tune your digital marketing and social media. This is run in collaboration with the Great British High Street 2018 campaign, which is sponsored by Visa. My name's Tom, and in today's video, we'll be covering the Small Business Guide to Digital Marketing. So, who are we? We are international digital marketing experts, and we've been lucky enough to work with some incredible clients over the years. We're members of the Direct Marketing Association. All of our digital team are fully Google qualified, and as a result, we have worked with some huge high street businesses. What you will leave with today: an understanding of the digital marketing landscape, how search engine optimization, paid advertising, social media and email marketing can all play a part in your digital success, understanding the digital customer journey, and finally, how to measure, analyze and report on the key digital marketing channels. First of all, creating a strategy. Many aspects of digital marketing are free, which is great as a leveler as it gives access to all different sizes and types of business. The downside to no cost, however, is that many businesses start using digital marketing without having a plan or strategy in place. Because there is no financial investment, lots of businesses, particularly smaller ones, plough straight into digital marketing. But as with other areas of your business, you need to tackle it with a strategy in place. You want to look at your marketing assets. So what do you currently use and what is and isn't working for you? Responsibility. Will it just be one person responsible or a team? And how will you split and delegate responsibility? Budgets. Is there any budget for paid advertising or PPC? Document. So writing your plan down can help you to really visualize it and to decide the best way to tackle it. And explore. So you'll want to research the different types of content available to you, what works well for you currently, and what type of content works for your competitors. Your overall goals as a business shouldn't be separate to your digital marketing goals. Your digital strategy should come within and align with your overall business goals. Here's some questions you'll want to answer. What do we want to achieve from our digital marketing activity? So if you were using digital marketing really effectively, what would it be doing for your business? What is the budget? So if you have no budget, this will impact your strategy. And if you have a budget, how will you get the best value out of it? What metrics matter to you in your business? Is it an increase in customer spend or an increase in followers? Whatever it is, you need to make sure you can measure it. Unique selling points. So as a company, what is it that makes you unique? What can you offer that no one else does? What makes you different? Why would people choose you? Always remember that you are different to your competitors. Think about why your customers buy from you and keep coming back to you and build this into your strategy. This is what a full multi-channel marketing campaign would look like. When you are building an integrated campaign, all of these different aspects need to be considered. Some may not be appropriate to your business or your budget, but notice that all digital marketing leads back to your website. Your website has to be good enough. You can have the best PPC or email campaign in the world, but if your website isn't good enough, it fundamentally wouldn't work. So before you start with a multi-channel marketing campaign, what do you need to consider? So to execute your campaign across multiple social platforms, you need to look at what social platforms should your business be on and how should they be used in your campaigns, what works best on each of these platforms. Design. So with today's standards, good quality design is essential. Your images should show the best side of you at all times. Some can be created using software like Canva, but if creative isn't your forte, then be prepared to invest in some professional help. Company-wide. So it's important that all parts of your business are aware of how you are using digital marketing and what you want to achieve. Try and tap into the expertise that you have in your team to create content like blogs. Respond. So the platforms all require you to be present and showing you are responsive to comments and mentions. You don't have to be using them 24 hours a day, but you should at least have notifications in place so you can monitor the conversations that are going on. Multi-channel. You should use all of the different channels to create a cohesive campaign. Customers need to see you regularly in different places if you want to attract their attention. Digital marketing isn't something that you can just start and then leave on its own. It needs to be reviewed and maintained regularly. Every month, we suggest you report on the performance of all digital data from each platform and each campaign. From here, you can look at what performed well and what didn't perform so well. Every quarter, review the performance of the previous quarter's strategy in order to update the next quarter. Be sure to plan for any upcoming events, launches and activities, and allow for staff, budgets, locations, technology. Understanding the customer journey. This is what the complete customer journey looks like. Customers may join or leave it at a number of different points. What does your customer's journey look like? Where are they most likely to join? But more importantly, where are you most likely to lose them? Try and understand what works best for your customers. Where do you currently convert most of your customers? Also, look at where it doesn't work for you and what can you do differently to convert your audience into customers. Conversion paths are a great way to see which aspects of your marketing strategy are leading to conversions. You can find the conversions path in the Conversions tab, then Multi-Channel Funnels, and then by clicking Top Conversion Paths. This report allows you to obtain all sorts of information, from narrowing down which channels are leading to conversions to seeing what the most popular path is for each individual goal. This report can also be used to better understand the user journey and taking into consideration what steps the user goes through that lead to an eventual conversion. Being able to spot a pattern in this data can be very lucrative if you're able to leverage the path and funnel your efforts to promote the path that produces the best conversions. It's important to bear in mind that you need to have goals set up in order to see these conversion paths. From this view in Analytics, at the top you can select the different goals that you do have set up. The example at the moment is set up for e-commerce. You can also set a look back window from anywhere between 30 to 90 days. If you scroll down to the report, this will show you the individual conversion paths. So the examples here show an organic search led to a website visit, and then a direct visit ended up in the conversion. From the top conversion paths report, you're able to select the goals you have set up. The example here has e-commerce as well as goals for sign-ups or contact form submissions. Here you can see all of the conversion paths that led to these goals. So there's some examples here of organic search and then email playing part in the conversion. Here you can see organic search and then direct traffic accounted twice. If you want to narrow this down, you can search for a particular channel in the search box here. If you're interested in just seeing how email contributed to the overall conversions, this will filter down all the instances where email played a part in the conversion. Very useful if you're looking to measure how email is performing for your marketing efforts. Here's some examples on screen. Do customers that visit the website 3 or more times convert better than a single visitor? If so, you could look at launching a remarketing campaign. Are all customers being sent to the same landing page? You could create unique and targeted landing pages. Leads and inquiries not being responded to. You could look at investing in marketing automation to ensure the lead process is continued. Look at the different paths to conversion from this snapshot. The shortest conversion path consisted of 3 steps and the longest consisted of 11, but all of them started with a paid search advertising click. Your website. If all digital marketing leads back to your website, then it is vital that it looks right, and with today's technology, it must be mobile and tablet friendly. Not only does this make your site more accessible to your customers, but it is essential for you to appear on mobile search results. This is particularly the case for local businesses where, if your site isn't mobile friendly, you are highly unlikely to appear in search results. How does your website look on a mobile or tablet? Tools like Hotjar will help you to see the hotspots on your website. i.e. the areas that your website users use the most, and you can track where your users are clicking and hovering the most. There is a free plan available, depending on the number of page views you have, or a free trial of their paid options, and something that's definitely worth exploring. Live chat can be a cost-effective way of giving your customers easy access to your products or services. It does need to be manned to be effective, but it is increasingly popular with website users. Could you use and benefit from live chat on your website? Check out our video on the 8 steps to a great website, where you'll be able to find out more information on optimizing your business's website. A few key takeaways. Make sure all of your marketing efforts lead back to your website. Customers will judge your entire business on your website. Be sure to let your personality shine through. Your website can and should continually evolve. It requires regular TLC, and make your website work for you and your business. SEO, or search engine optimization. What is SEO and why is it important to your website and your business? As a business, you've probably received hundreds of emails or telephone calls from companies telling you that they can do SEO for you. But what does it really mean for your business? When we talk about search engines, we don't just mean Google, but there is no denying that it is the biggest and by far the #1 search engine in the world in terms of searches and click-through rates. The top 5 results account for 67% of all clicks, and the results from 6 to 10 account for only 3 to 4%. The top 5 results account for 67.60% of all clicks, and the results from 6 to 10 account for only 3.73%. Whilst nobody knows the exact number that search engines take into account when deciding where to rank a website, it's estimated there are over 200 different factors. They're not all weighted equally, and on screen now you can see some of the factors that carry the most weight. This includes relevancy, the quality of your content, the user experience, so does your website provide a good experience to visitors, is it easy to navigate? The site speed, so this is how long it takes to load on mobile, tablet and desktop devices. Cross-device compatibility, so does the content on your website display correctly on all devices? Internal linking, are all the links in place on your website laid out logically to help guide users around your website? The meta description and title tags are elements of your website that should be written with the end user in mind. Tagged images, have the images on your website been given a custom alt tag? For local SEO, is it clear to the search engines and customers where your product or service is located? And social media, you can utilize social media as a customer service channel and to drive traffic to the website. There are 3 different elements in SEO: paid, earned and owned, and all 3 need to work alongside and with each other to be really effective. For paid media, running Google AdWords search campaigns will give you the exact search queries used by customers. Earned media, fresh content on a website can be indexed by search engines and deliver more traffic to your site. And owned media, content that is being shared socially will drive traffic to your website, which will improve SEO performance. Check out our beginner's guide to website content and SEO for more information on content. Email is an important part of a digital marketing strategy. For small businesses, there is software out there that can help you create professionally designed newsletters and could be free depending on the number of people on your email list. Some of the key features of MailChimp and Campaign Monitor include the ability to schedule, A/B test, preloaded email templates, and responsive designs. You can create customer journeys, automate processes, help to grow your email list, and also integrate it with content management systems such as WordPress. These are some of the key things to consider when putting together a strategy for your email marketing. Make sure you test what days of the week or times are getting the highest open or click-through rates. Segment, so by segmenting your audience, you can create material that will specifically appeal to them rather than sending out a blanket catch-all email. Mobile, all email newsletters should be mobile friendly. If they're not, this could put your customers off reading it, even if they have a genuine interest. Links, newsletters should drive traffic to your website, so include links to blogs, offers and products. Trackable links. By using trackable links, you can add an extra depth to the information you can collect so that you can see exactly which bits of your newsletter have attracted customers to your site. Multimedia. Experiment with different media to see which appeals most and leads to the best results. Call to actions. Sometimes you need to remind your customers what they need to do. It might seem obvious to you, but a well-placed call to action can direct your customer. Test. Again, digital marketing should evolve as you learn what does and doesn't work for you, and newsletters are no exception. Always review your last newsletters to see what you could have improved on, and split test using different images, text, colours and subjects to see what works best for you. Your newsletters should always represent your brand, but that doesn't mean they always have to be identical. Here's some examples of some different styles of email campaign. Just like other aspects of digital marketing, your email campaign should be measured. What is success to you? Is it click-throughs, the average spend if you're an e-commerce website, or open rates? If you're already using emails, you should look at how they currently perform and try to improve it. The first step is to head over to www.mailchimp.com and create a new account. From here, you'll need to enter an email address, a username and a password. Once you've got this set up, you'll be ready to start creating your first email. Be sure to set an extremely secure password for this, as there will be customer data once you log in. The next step is to create a template that you will use to send your email campaigns. Now that you have your account, if you navigate to Templates and click Create New Template, you'll be presented with a range of options. From here, you can upload your own HTML design template. What's really great about MailChimp though is the ability to create unique email campaigns with drag and drop technology. There's a range of templates to choose from. All you have to do is customize them with your business's logos and branding. So if you choose a template from here that looks like something you would be able to use for your email campaigns, you'll be taken to a designer page where you can add logos, titles, imagery, buttons, and all of your products and your company information. Spend a bit of time playing around with this and get a template right that you can start sending emails from for your business. Once you've created your account and you've created a template that you're happy with, you can navigate to the list section. You've got everything in place, but you don't have anybody to send the email to yet. From the Lists tab, you can create a list and import the data that you have. If you keep all of your email contacts in an Excel file or a CSV file, you can copy this list directly into MailChimp along with any other information that you have on the customers, including names, where they signed up to your mailing list from. All of this information is important to managing a list. Once you've imported your list, you're ready to send your first campaign. To do this, head over to the Campaigns tab and click Create Campaign. Run through the options and insert the template that you've already created. You'll then need to select who you're sending it to, so you can use the list data that you already imported. The options are fairly straightforward, so select all of the options and customize all of the fields, and then you're ready to send your first campaign. Social media. Facebook is still one of the biggest social media platforms and continues to push the technology and innovative side of social media. For B2C, Facebook works particularly well. Whether large or small, if your business is B2C, then your customers are likely to be on Facebook as well. Facebook thrives on engagement. The more your audience engages with you, the more they are likely to see your content, so the more likely they are to engage, and so on. Facebook values customer interaction highly, so real success comes when you engage with them and then with you regularly. Any content on Facebook should always have your target audience in mind. Creating content that they will enjoy and interact with is key to success. But always bear in mind that Facebook constantly changes and evolves, so you must stay up to date with the latest developments. This also means you can take advantage of new tools and technologies. These 3 points are key when you're developing a strategy for Facebook. So be sure to know your business. What is your unique voice? How can you bring your brand story to life in a compelling, authentic, and personal way? Know your customers. Who are they? How will they want to connect with your brand or business? What content will be important to them, and what will engage them? Know your goals. What kind of relationship do you want to have with your customers? In addition to building your brand, do you also want to use Facebook to drive immediate sales or store traffic? Defining and prioritizing your goals will help you create your page posting strategy. Facebook are particularly strict on how you can use it for business. The Facebook terms and conditions state that you can't use a personal page for financial gain, so you must create a page for your business. Several templates are available, and you should pick the one that suits your business best. Whichever option you use, you should make sure that you complete all parts. That includes the About section, any contact information, your story. Be sure to complete it in full and with as much information as you can. A great example of a business page is Secret Escapes. They use the beautiful imagery they have and communicate with their customers really well. They give their customers general travel tips, inspiration, and travel ideas, as well as talking about their latest offers. Twitter may be smaller than Facebook, but it shouldn't be dismissed on size. If your customers are on it, then you should be as well. Unlike Facebook, Twitter is also a good platform for B2B companies and is used by professionals as well as end customers. Twitter moves quickly, and unlike Facebook, where users prefer to stay on the platform, users will click in and out of the platform. This makes it a particularly good fit for sharing links and driving traffic to your website and blogs. Twitter has a comprehensive search function, including hashtags, that you can use to find industry updates. As everything except for direct messages is public on Twitter, all information is open to be searched and potentially found. As with other social platforms, users gravitate around common interests. Hashtag chats pull together industry, interest, and geographical areas. You just have to find out the ones that work for you. As everything is open, it is easier to find and answer questions. It's normal to involve yourself in conversations, so it can be a great way to add credibility to your company voice. Just like Facebook, Twitter also changes quickly, so you need to make sure you stay up to date with the changes they make. Unlike Facebook, Twitter doesn't have a different type of account for personal and companies. To Twitter, you are simply a username regardless of whether you are an individual or a company. When you set up a Twitter account, you need to make sure you complete all the parts. On Twitter, your username is unique to you, but there could be other users using the same account name. Make sure that both help you to be recognized and fit for your brand. Your profile photo will appear by the side of your username in searches, so it should be recognizable as your company. You only have 160 characters for your biography, so make them count and make sure you include reasons why someone should follow you. For example, follow us for hints and tips. Always include a link to your website so that your followers and potential audience can click through to your website. What does your header image say about you? Update and change it regularly to reflect your campaigns and company marketing. LinkedIn has a business-to-business focus, but can work well for some B2C businesses as well. The important thing is to identify how your audience are using LinkedIn so you can tap into their conversations and get involved with them. Are your customers on LinkedIn? What professions and industries are they in? At the heart of LinkedIn is business networking and growing your network through connections. From a professional perspective, LinkedIn is a hub for professional industries and is a great way of staying up to date with industry developments. LinkedIn is a way of both finding and answering questions, so like Twitter, it is great for credibility. LinkedIn has always been very open to Google, so it ranks well in searches. Like Facebook, LinkedIn sees personal and businesses as very different. When you're creating a professional profile, you should complete it with as much information as possible, and always think about the keywords that describe your expertise. You should also include the details for your Twitter profile if you use this for work. Once your profile is set up, your connections can start adding endorsements for your skills, and you can make contact with your contacts to ask them for recommendations. Your company page should be fully completed with as much information as you can, and you should represent your brand with a recognizable logo and imagery. As with Twitter, you need to let users know why they should follow you. What value can you add through your LinkedIn company page? Will you be posting industry updates or the latest jobs, things like that? Users don't stay on LinkedIn for long, so your company page needs to appeal to them. What can you give your audience on LinkedIn that helps or informs them? Any updates you do make should be short and try and think like a journalist. What interests your audience? What content will appeal to them? Provide clear call to actions in your content and use a variety of images and videos to attract your audience. Don't be afraid to ask questions or start conversations. Interaction will always get the best result. Instagram has continued to grow over the last 2 years and now has over 800 million active monthly users. Compared to Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn, Instagram is more brand-led, with users actively seeking out brands to follow and interact with. For businesses, Instagram is a great way of not only showcasing products, but also showing their audience the personality behind the brand, as well as through images and Instagram stories. Remember that Instagram is more female, with 58% of users. If your audience are using Instagram, shouldn't you be? Unlike the other platforms, Instagram is predominantly mobile, with only very limited functionality on desktop. This has changed recently, with some third-party applications like Hootsuite now being able to post direct to Instagram. Instagram is all about the image and getting it right so that you reflect your brand through the images that you share. How do you want your brand to be portrayed on Instagram, and what do the images that you share say about you as a company? Whistles are a great example of a company that use Instagram well to showcase current trends and products through their use of images, both new and vintage. Paid advertising. Whilst it would be great if you were able to do all of this for free, if done properly, paid advertising can help accelerate growth and should be considered as part of an overall strategy. So what is digital paid advertising? What does PPC mean? So traditionally, paid advertising is based on a pay-per-click model, PPC. This means that you only pay when someone clicks on your ads. Digital paid advertising is available on most of the digital platforms. Which one would work best for your business and digital strategy? One of the most effective methods of pay-per-click advertising is through the Google AdWords search network. It is, however, also possible to get it wrong. Do your research on keywords and pricing before you start, and work with a professional if you are uncertain. PPC can be incredibly effective to drive traffic through to your website, but only if it is used properly. Facebook Business Manager is a free tool that allows you to manage different pages, adverts and permissions all in one place. Using Business Manager also means you can give roles to other Facebook users without having to be friends with them first. As a page, it is also possible to target the audience for each post by using restricted audience to target age and location, or newsfeed targeting to age, gender, and specific interests. While this isn't as effective as paid advertising, it can help to increase engagement rates for your content by helping Facebook put it in front of more relevant audiences. Facebook has two different types of advertising. The first is boosted posts, which appear in a user's newsfeed and in a page's timeline. The second is Facebook ads, which appears in the right-hand column. Ads have a higher level of targeting, but don't appear in a page's timeline. As Facebook owns Instagram, you can now advertise your business on Instagram via Facebook Business Manager. Bearing in mind what was said earlier regarding Instagram being more brand-focused, advertising on Instagram can have a positive impact on brand recognition. Advertising on Instagram has a similar level of targeting as Facebook. Twitter advertising has several options you can choose, and Twitter will optimize your advert to help you achieve your objective. You don't need to set up separate advertising accounts on Twitter, but you do need to have an up-to-date credit card added to your profile to gain access to it. Once you add a card, you can create a campaign and choose your objective. Twitter doesn't collect as much information from us, so this makes it more difficult to target the same level as you can on Facebook. Age, gender and location are all inferred, but that doesn't mean you can't still advertise on Twitter effectively using interests, keywords and hashtags. Not surprisingly, LinkedIn advertising is based on who its users are as professionals, so demographics are not just about age and gender, but also more of a business focus on industry, size of business level of management, things like that. As with Facebook and Twitter, success comes when you've researched your audience and you can use the targeting to get your content in the right place at the right time. The LinkedIn Campaign Manager will give you an overview and deeper analysis on the success of your advertising so that you can review what works and what doesn't for future campaigns. Check out our video on the key to social selling for more guidance on how to use your marketing budgets. GDPR changes. The General Data Protection Act came fully into force in May 2018. The regulation is far more extensive than the outdated Data Protection Act and requires you to be completely transparent about how you are obtaining, storing, and protecting any personal data. Alongside this, you also need to adopt appropriate technical and organisational measures to ensure you comply with the regulation. To be compliant, you will need to adhere to the several key parts, including how you obtain and use someone's data. One of the key parts of the GDPR is that customers have the right to be forgotten. This means you must have something in place for a customer's data to be deleted and forgotten. Even data that was collected before the GDPR came into force has to be reviewed. Where was it obtained? How was it collected? A clear record of consent is one of the key ways to justify the use of personal information for direct marketing purposes. Ensure that you have clear policies in place to prove that you meet the required standards. You will need to regularly monitor and assess your data processing procedures and check that all staff are trained to understand the obligations. All of this should already have been done before May 2018. If you haven't done it already, then you must do it as soon as possible. If you're uncertain of what you need to do, then the resources on screen now can act as a great starting place. Always monitor your social media and digital marketing channels for inappropriate language or media and potentially libelous material. Also, be aware that although very similar, each platform has slightly different rules and regulations, so you should check that your promotions or advertising are within the platform's guidelines. Google My Business. Google My Business is a free and easy to use tool for your business that allows you to manage your online presence on Google. Its main benefit is that it allows you to rank for local search terms, making it a lot easier to be found. It can also give you an edge over your competitors by sharing more information such as your business hours and your phone number without even needing to visit your website. This is particularly important for local businesses hoping to drive people through their door. In order to find Google My Business, start with a simple Google search of Google My Business. You'll need to set up an account, so click Start Now and follow the instructions on screen to get yourself registered. If you haven't set up Google My Business before, you'll need to fill out all of the relevant fields related to your business. You'll then need to make sure you fill out all of your business details as accurately as possible. So make sure you choose your business category. Try to choose the most accurate category possible. You're essentially trying to tell Google which type of customers should be seeing your business. Add your business phone number and your website. Choose a verification option. If you're not ready to verify your business yet, click Try a different method. To verify your business, there's a couple of different options, including sending a postcard or phoning the business. There are several ways that you can verify your Google My Business listing to make sure that Google knows you are who you say you are. So pick the option that suits you best. So by postcard, by phone, by email, there's instant verification or bulk verification options. Follow the steps that you choose to verify your website, and then Google will be able to start showing your listing on search results. Google My Business is a simple and free way of getting your business on Google. An account is fairly simple to create. You can then add your domain names to your account and verify that you own them. As with all digital marketing, it is important to keep up to date, particularly with contact details, opening hours, and images so that it gains attention. This is particularly useful for smaller business and local bricks and mortar businesses, as it will help to potentially boost your presence on Google, particularly if you're featured in the local pack on a Google search. Thanks for listening to today's video. I hope it's given you an insight into how you can optimize your website for more engagement and hopefully more sales. If you want more tips on how to use digital marketing to push your business forward, look out for our other videos or contact us directly for more advice.